Hejsa. I have started a new slow stitching project. It's something I really enjoy doing, but last year I wasn't really able to do any slow stitching because I had a problem with my stitching hand. So hand stitching was very limited, sadly. So this is my new project, and it is my intention that it will be a very slow stitching project. I just want to I'm going to keep it next to the chair where I sit in the evening so that I can pick it up every now and then and add to it. It's my intention that it will take a whole year to finish it, even though it's not really that big. I mean, I haven't measured it, but I think these are 6 inches, so maybe the whole thing is 30 inches long. But yeah, I just wanted to have as a sort of background project, and I have no real plans for it other than to, as you maybe have guessed, use bright colors, bold colors, and also I want to use up some of the things I have in my box of stuff for slow stitching. I made a video about that box last year, I think. I'll link to it in the description. And then I haven't really used anything from the box, so I want to try and see if I can do that this year. Who knows, maybe one day I'll actually empty the box. Nah, probably not. I love using bright colors in whatever project I'm making, so I want to do that in my slow stitching project as well. Both because I enjoy it, but also because I want it as maybe a little bit of a challenge to myself. Because a lot of times you see slow stitching and it's not bright colors, it's more sort of subtle colors. And I guess that's because people use vintage textiles or textiles they've dyed themselves, and they tend not to be as bright as these colors are. But I think if those more subtle colors is what people see the most, maybe they think that that's what they have to use to do slow stitching, which of course is not true. You can use whatever you want. So I want to use this project to explore bright colors in slow stitching. What kind of colors do you gravitate towards, whether for slow stitching or other projects? Are you a bright colors person like me, or do you like the more sort of pastel, subtle colors? Right, so the first section is, I think, almost done. I have this little bit here that I've cut out I want to stitch down. Although I think I'm not going to think of this so much in terms of sections, but as a whole. So although maybe next week technically this is finished, there's no reason why I can't come back to it in October and add some more. And what I really want to do is blur the edges between the different sections. by using stitches or bits of fabric or whatever else I can find. So I just grabbed some random bits, both fabrics and from that box of stuff. A bag of buttons, always a good thing to have. And in that box I found a couple of abandoned embroideries, a little snowflake design here, and half-finished portrait of Frida Kahlo. I think that's definitely going in this project somewhere. Another project I've been working on recently is just making this sort of thing. At first it didn't have any sort of use or plan, but I think what I'm going to do is cut these out and then stitch them onto some of the sections. And I might make some more. Maybe I'll make one to put in each section, and then this is sort of the thing that ties the whole thing together. I don't know, maybe. I really like making these, and it's not woven like you might think. You do the warp first and then the weft. It's actually worked in a sort of crisscross fashion, as you can see here on the back. And this is a really fun way to use up just odds and ends of embroidery thread. I think I use, yes, 4 strands for each pass, and some of it is solid color and some of it is variegated, and sometimes I will take 2 strands, a long bit of 2 strands of variegated, and fold it in half so that it is even more sort of color mixed, variegated, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, so this has been quite fun to make, and I want to make some more, both for this project but also just because it's fun. So yeah, this is my little slow stitching project, and a little crochet shape I made many years ago. Maybe that will go in the pages. Well, I call it pages, but it's not really pages, is it? I suppose I could, once I've finished it, I could sort of fold it so that it sort of becomes a little book. I don't know. I suppose that could be quite fun. And especially with the colors overlapping. And then I suppose I could make more and add to it, and I'm getting carried away now. I've only just started this and I'm already adding to it when it's supposed to be a really, really slow project with no real end project in mind. Just adding bits, stitching, slowly enjoying it, not thinking about it too much, just picking random things. So I'd love to know if you do any slow stitching and what kind of colors you use. And do you plan your slow stitching ahead of time, like what you want to add to it, or do you just find random bits and pieces as you go along? I think I'm definitely the latter. Right, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like. I hope you have a great day whatever you're making.